Ja, ik ben heel benieuwd hoe dat de komende jaren verder gaat. En wij gaan nu tijd maken voor winnaars. Kijk, want je ziet hier achter mij 2 foto's van de Nationale Innovatieprijs. Met een dolblij team. Eentje met glitters en eentje officieel. Van Sensata uit Hengelo. Een naam waar jullie waarschijnlijk nog nooit van gehoord hebben. Maar dit is dus het meest innovatieve bedrijf van Nederland. En we gaan eens even vragen waar dat over gaat. Groot applaus voor Arnout van der Bos en Kulkarni van Sensata.
Hey.
I will put my clicker away. Great to see you both. We kunnen het gewoon Nederlands praten, maar we gaan over voor Engels, voor Harsh. So Harsh, please, relatively few people have heard about Sensata. What are you for a company? Please enlighten us.
Sure. So first, let me start by saying that it's an absolute pleasure being here. We were also there in November at the gala, the pictures that you just showed, and it was an honor winning the prize, and being back here at a wonderful event that Ralph organizes is just wonderful. About your question, right?
Yeah.
Even after we won the award, so many people reach out to us and say, well, you won this, but how have you never heard of us? How have we never heard of you? And what I'd like to say is, if you've ever driven a car, if you've sat in a Volkswagen or a BMW or an Audi or a Renault, or if you've even ever flown in an Airbus or a Boeing, you might not have heard of us, but I can promise you Sensata Technologies has touched your lives. We're an industrial technology company with more than 100 years of history, a pretty global presence, the US, China, many other markets in the world with close to 20,000 employees. And pretty much we work in very different markets in a very diversified market space all around the world. If you go back in our history, we've solved some really cool problems and done some pretty cool things.
It is pretty cool. I see the Statue of Liberty, right?
Absolutely. So back in the day, somewhere around 1985, the Statue of Liberty had some serious corrosion issues. And the Sensata team was pulled in, and we basically saved the day.
Okay.
It was,
so you're the reason Lady Liberty still stands, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, good.
Well,
Right.
there's so much talk of freedom and liberty nowadays. Maybe we have a small
exactly, contributed in a small way.
Absolutely.
And I also see a space device. Isn't it a satellite, or is it the Hubble? Yeah, it's the Hubble.
Yeah. So our parts have gone onto the Hubble telescope. We've also been a part of the Apollo space missions. At the end of the day, there are so many of these cool examples, but we focus on mission-critical systems. And if there is a technical, complex problem to solve, we've been there and we've, left our mark there. And I think essentially that's what Sensata Technologies is about. If you look at our entire product portfolio, we do a lot of things, commercial on and off-road systems, aircraft systems. I spoke about that a lot in industrial, in HVAC. But we're based here in the Netherlands, out of Hengelo, and the Hengelo team does many things, but we largely focused on automotive and the heavy vehicle space. If you look at the automotive space, and if you talk of innovation, there's a lot of talk around electrification, because that's the biggest innovation the automotive industry has seen, and that's where we are working on right now.
Yeah, exactly, because you won the award for most innovative company this year. So I should say, show us some of the inventions, right? I believe we have 3 of them to show.
Yep.
Yes?
Well, I will. Well, this is the first one, actually, developed by our team in Hengelo. As you know, also road transport is going through a revolution, right? From fossil fuel-based transport to electrified transport. And for the really heavy-duty stuff, so 500 kilometers on a single charge, big trucks, 40 tons, it's quite a challenge. You need a lot of energy, and you need to refuel that energy fast and in a safe way. So almost 6 years ago, we teamed up with our partner Mercedes-Benz Trucks to develop exactly such a system. And you see a schematic of it there, the picture. The green thing is actually where you put the charging gun in.
But you say charging gun. Is it like this, or is it like what size? Oh, only
it is like this in diameter, but you have to hold 2 hands, so it's really a heavy thing.
Okay, it's like this in diameter, and you have to hold it with two hands.
Yes.
Okay. Fine.
I won't go into any detail.
But it's impressive. So it's actually huge, this system.
The system is quite big compared to what you see in a passenger car.
Yeah.
This would fit into a cabin trolley. And that's actually also the main challenge, right? You need to translate the technology that was previously in a power station, reduce that in size to the size of a cabin trolley in order for it to be fitting in a truck. And with that, in the end, you'll see some nice figures here. You're able to actually charge a truck much faster, so fast actually that it is not a limitation to the driver. And that's basically the intent. So from hours, you go to minutes.
So they just go to the bathroom, then it's done.
Have their break, which they need to do, and then go back. So a second one I want to touch upon is actually probably likely to touch your lives more quickly, and that is the newer EVs have an 800-volt charging system, which means they can charge very, very fast. Now, these new cars come on the road on a charging infrastructure that does not support all of that. So when you would come with this new vehicle to an older charging station, it will not charge, which leaves you stranded. And of course, that's not what we want. So you can resolve this in a complex way. Our team found a very easy way to actually do that by putting the battery, splitting it in half, and then putting it in series or parallel, depending on the charging station you're at.
Sounds super simple.
It is. Most of our solutions are very, very simple. Yet they need to last a long time, they need to be efficient, and you need to be able to produce them in large numbers, and that's where the challenges are.
Okay, I see, And the third?
The third one, and that will be the last one, so I give you also some of your time back, is on force sensing. So force sensing has been around for quite a long time, and also, again, driven by EV adoption, you also see changes in the braking system. So we go from a fluid-based braking system today to a brake-by-wire system. And for that, you need to actually measure how hard each wheel is braking. So we do that.
With fluid, you mean remvloeistof, right?
Remvloeistof,
So we're going to change to electric.
Yeah, we're going to change to electric. So we cut out all the tubes and put in wires.
Okay,
that's basically the idea. And then with that, we make a sensor the size of a finger hood, a thimble. But the thimble needs to measure an elephant in terms of force. So imagine that. And it needs to be in the wheel, in the mud, in the moisture, in the vibrations and everything, and last a lifetime. So those challenges is something that our team is able to manage, and that's something that we can put on the cars in the years forward.
It's absolutely impressive. These inventions you already told us are from Hengelo, the Netherlands, so that makes us all proud, of course. But last question, what makes the team in Hengelo so special that the inventions came from them?
I have to say, you say Hengelo, the Netherlands, like you don't expect innovations to come out of Hengelo.
No offense to Hengelo in any way.
But we have a pretty solid team in Twente.
Yeah.
One of the innovations that Arnout spoke about, was literally came out of someone who thought of an idea, worked on his day off in his garage using Lego blocks that his kid has.
Oh.
And then, we took it, brainstormed it, and, it turned into something pretty amazing. And I think if I look at where the innovations come out of course, it's also the theme of the company to solve complex problems where you need innovative solutions. Yeah. But we also have a culture in the company to really promote innovation, to provide career tracks like a technical ladder where you can, rise up to the top without having any managerial responsibilities, purely based on technical instinct. Yeah. We have a pretty multi-dimensional, diverse team, and a very entrepreneurial, typical Dutch mindset. And with that, we're able to achieve awesome things.
Obviously. Last, you have something here in the lobby, right?
Absolutely. So you saw the slide with a picture of an elephant, a force sensor. We have something related to that, a pedal force sensor. I'm not going to talk more about it, but there's a demo by the cafe in the lobby, and what I do is ask everyone to stop by our booth. It's something very interactive. If you're scared of technology, this is something that everyone understands. It's very simple. You can sit on, try it on, and enjoy the fun.
We'll see what happens. Sensata from Hengelo. Now we all know the name. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.